Hello, this is Terry Wilson, and as I'm going to show you my bare wall, I just recently moved in here, and let me just back up a little bit here so you can get more of a full view. And let me just, this is a bare wall. No windows, is just a bare wall, and ordinarily um, one would put pictures on it, or even a mirror. Actually, I did have a mirror on here, and I just didn't like. And then I had one of my paintings on, and it just wasn't doing it, you know. Um, I have a mini dining room table here, and I'm in a process. As you can see, I have a curtain panel, and I've done this at my other apartment, and at the other apartment, I had a what do you call those things on the wall? Your electrical switches. Anyway, it'll come to me. But to me, it was very visible in my living room, and to me it was an eyesore. And I tried hiding it with a large painting, and the painting wasn't sitting right because of the door of I guess the fuse box. I guess that's one way of calling it. It was a fuse box with all of my electrical switches, what goes to the stove, what goes to the refrigerator, and so on and so on. And it was an eyesore to me. And first I tried hiding it with a large picture, and then it kept falling to the lopside because the door of the fuse box was so bulky, it wouldn't allow the painting to level off. So I came up with this, what I feel is a brilliant idea, to just put curtains up there. I absolutely did. I measured my wall. I forget, it was quite a lengthy wall. I just couldn't put 2 or 3 panels up there. I did my measurements, and I decided to actually make the curtains. So I went and got the materials, and it took me about a day or so, and I made the curtains for the wall, and it came out beautifully. So I'm doing the same thing here, only this wall is a bit shorter, and I'm not going to need as much. I've already measured it out, and I'm not making any curtains for this particular wall. I actually went out and bought some curtains very inexpensively. It cost me like $12, $13, 2 per pack. And I think they're beautiful. If you take a closer look how it drapes from the table. Those are the curtains I'm about to put up. And it turns out I only need 3 panels for this wall. Let me just show you here. So anyhow, I'm in the process of putting up these curtains. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put the curtains up, and then I'm going to steam out the wrinkles, which you can see here. But this is the first panel, and I've already placed the command tapes, and that's what I decided to do for here. Now at my other apartment, I didn't use command tapes. I actually installed a curtain rod, as if I was installing a curtain rod to a window. And that reminds me, this is a great demonstration of how you can use curtains. It's not just for windows. Okay, I mean, if you feel that you need to dress up your walls, you don't want to use painting, pictures, or mirrors, and you want something more eye-catching, this is the way to go. So as you can see here, I've installed the command strips on this curtain panel, And let's see how many I have. Let me just show you. I've got 2, 4, I've got 6. I've got 6 command strips that's holding this thing, that will hold this thing up together. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish the job. And when I come back, I'm going to show you the finishing touch, the finishing product. I've got 3 panels of the curtains up here. And I'm going to stop moving. I just want to get you, all right. I've got 3 panels up here. And I'm going to go ahead and steam everything out. I suppose it would have been, well, not really easier to iron, but I'm going to use my steamer to get these wrinkles out. So this is my side wall with 3 panels using the command strip. And I gotta tell you, they're very, very convenient. There is no hole in the wall. I'm gonna put that mirror on another side of my living room. But anyway, I think it's a much cleaner way. Now, I wouldn't recommend this. I wouldn't recommend this if you were installing curtains in an area that has windows. I would still use the rods and what have you, the decorative rods, depending on what your taste is. But for something like this, for a side wall that, you know, maybe there is a fuse box there, or it's just, you know, the paint here is, it's like the color paint on these walls are not exactly attractive. They're sort of like a peach beige color. Now, if my wall was totally white, bone white, I probably wouldn't have done this. I would have just used the beautiful, because white is a very vibrant color, and it really does something to an area when you're decorating your home. And but like I said, that beige color wasn't doing it. It really wasn't. So I decided to put these curtains in on the wall, just as I had at the other apartment, because of that ugly fuse box in my living room. And boy, was it an eyesore. And as I said earlier, I made those curtains, and my wall was a lot more lengthier over there than it is over here. I think I used something like, I don't know, 6 panels. So here's the end result. I'm going to steam everything out, and I'm going to decorate my little dining room table, and show you what it could look at, and show you what it could look like in your own home with a little creativity. So I'll be back. Okay, and I am back, and here is the finishing touch. I've steamed out all the wrinkles, and you know, my living room is not so big, so instead of the round table that held, I believe it was 5 or 6 chairs at my other apartment, I have this oval. The round table that I had at my other apartment, where it held 5 or 6 chairs for dining. I had a huge living room, and my new apartment, it's the living room Although I have 3 bedrooms as opposed to 2 bedrooms at the other apartment and 1 bathroom, here I have 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, but a very tiny living room, and just enough space to hold an oval dining room table and 2 chairs. So this is the wall that I've used to install the curtains using the command strips. And I've dressed up my table with white tablecloth, some flowers, and 2 chairs. And this is just an example of what you can do with a little creativity and a little motivation. So I'm Terry Wilson, and please subscribe to this channel, like this video, and comment below this video. One other thing, the steamer that I used to get rid of the wrinkles is called a Conair. It's called a Conair steamer. YouTube channel, and I do a whole video about how great the steamer is. But I'm going to go ahead and leave a link below for that video and a link to my Amazon store where you can actually buy, or you can actually order the Conair extreme steamer. Let me try that again. You can actually order Conair Extreme Steamer at my Amazon store, and the link is going to be below this video. So again, I'm Terry Wilson. This is comment below this video, like this video, and please subscribe. And I'll see you next time.